Good morning, friends, and happy day 3 of a very merry Makers Weekend 2025. I have on my pink Buddy the Elf hoodie, as it is very chilly here in good old San Antonio. We got a cold front and I'm loving it. I just want to stay bundled up all day. But I do want to welcome you guys back to a very merry Makers Weekend 2025. This is day 3, our final day of a Very Merry Makers Weekend. Now, although it is our final day of the event, it is not the final tutorial that you're going to see using our template bundles. We will be posting more videos and content for you guys so you can get the most out of the templates that you purchase from myself, Forever Petals by V, as well as the mini templates with PhotoFab paper flowers. So be sure to check out our social pages so you know when we're going to go live or when we're posting new video content for you guys. Now, in today's video for day 3, my plan was to do one more flower and then show you how to assemble them all together, but my plan has changed. I'm doing 2 flowers today. So we're going to do a large template number 5, and then we're going to do a smaller template number 6. Then I will be posting a video for you guys separately, either in a Reels form with a voiceover, just like a quick minute 30 or 2-minute video talking to you guys about how to assemble, how many flowers I ended up making for the set, and that'll be posted for you guys tomorrow, both here on YouTube as well as Facebook, okay? So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the live so that way we can invite all of our crafty friends to be part of a Very Merry Makers Weekend. I'm super excited to show you guys the additional flowers we're making today. Now, as you can see, I've already created or prepped some of my petals. And guys, I'm quite obsessed with this new technique of combining the faux snow and these little foam pebble-like snowballs. Obsessed, obsessed, obsessed. Now, I still haven't figured out where the Christmas shop foam snowballs are from. Part of me wants to say they're from the home store, but the other part of me says they're not. Maybe they were from Joann's. I need to Google it. But we will talk about what we're using to design and style the petals with in just a moment. First things first, we're going to talk about materials. So for today's live, let me pull you guys up here on YouTube. And then let me also share the live. I encourage you guys to hit that share button, share the link to your Facebook stories, Instagram stories, create a Pinterest pin with the link to this video. Do all the sharing you possibly can. It would be greatly appreciated. And let me see who's in the chat. Good morning, Miss Julie with PhotoFab Paper Flowers is here. I do not like how my deal is kind of falling. I don't know what I did with this stand, but sorry for the movement. I need like pliers too. I don't want it, I guess with the weight of the phone, although it shouldn't be doing this, it's kind of like weighing down. So it tends to move over time. So we're going to try to avoid that with you guys, but I did zoom out a little bit because this will be a larger flower. Good morning, Queenie. Hello, Sharon. Hello. I hope you guys are enjoying a Very Merry Makers Weekend 2025. Julie and I are super excited to be back and collabing once again. And this is our final collaboration for the year since we're about to hit 2026 in a couple weeks. So thank you guys for joining. I can't believe it's the last month of November. Crazy times. Okay, so let me share the live. Now for today's just so you know the petal count, we're going to be making 2 flowers. As I mentioned a little while ago, we're going to be making a flower with template 5 and template 6. And then I will be posting a separate video for you guys to show you how I put them together, how I organize them, how many flowers I made of each, just so that way you can see that visually, and it can be in a separate video. Okay, so we're using template 5. It is a 10 petal pattern. If you missed out on day 1 of a Very Merry Makers 2025 weekend, this is what we did on day 1, which was Friday. We use these tiny foam pebbles. Okay, you can find the full tutorial right here on YouTube, and you can replay and rewatch all this weekend's tutorials right here on YouTube on Forever Petals by Bee, as well as PhotoFab Paper Flowers YouTube channel. Now, for that flower, we only use petals 1 through 4. For today, we're using petals 5 through 10, okay? You will need 8 of each petal size, 8 of each for petals 5 through 10, and that is the petal count you're going to need. In addition to that, you will need your hexagon, your octagon, an 8-sided polygon. Let's hope that I have my large one. And we do. So you're going to need, oh, it's kind of discolored. I think that my printer was going out at the time. There it is. So you will need your 7.5-inch octagon base. 7.5-inch octagon base for this flower as well. Put some snowflakes down in the comments if you are ready for today's flowers. I'm super, super excited. Let me post. Oh. We had a sick pup this morning. Thanos is not feeling well. He had me up at 4:30 a.m. But he is resting right now. Okay. Post it on my Facebook. Thank you guys. I see how my camera is rotating. I don't like it. Bear with me, guys. I'm going to make some adjustments. I don't know why this happens. It's quite annoying. And now I can't. I need a new phone mount. Like, seriously. Sorry for the movement. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay. Just need to... Sorry for all the movement. Close your eyes. Look away if you need to. I get it. Hopefully that sticks. Let me tighten. Okay, I think we should be okay. If you notice that it starts to move and I'm not recognizing it, let me know in the chat so that way I can make adjustments. It might just be a thing during this live. I had to readjust the phone stand yesterday for Floracy Explorers, and so I kind of took off. It took away from my previous settings of how I had everything set up. Welcome in. Sleeting. Ooh, dangerous ice out there. Hey, Drea. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Scrappy504. Welcome in, everyone. Okay, so first things first, let's get into our materials. Hot glue gun, dual temp, Gorilla, always on high, and of course, I'm using my Gorilla glue sticks. We are going to be using our 1/2-inch dowel, as well as our 3/8 dowel for styling. Now, as you can see, I've already styled my petals, but I will walk you through how to style. They're all styled the same way. Very simple, but we'll go through that as well. I do need to cut out my base. So let me get an additional sheet. It's very windy here in good old San Antonio, and it's chilly. Very chilly today. So I'm just going to take this, and you know what, guys, to make Floracy Explorers happy, I'm going to take these probably crappy scissors, but they're so cute because they're decorative, and we're going to use them. I thought he bought them for his craft yesterday, but he said he bought them for me. So I can already tell I do not like the handles. but we're just going to cut out a 7.5 inch octagon. Guys, I still didn't find that extra petal from yesterday. I know it's going to pop up somewhere though. The petal that I lost, that ran away. Okay, so these are super cute. He got these from Hobby Lobby, by the way. I don't recommend them for cutting, but maybe for some just handy scissors you need. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to style our petals. Again, we're using petals 5, 6, petal 7, petal 8, petal 9, and petal 10 from the Template 5 Large Very Merry Makers bundle. That's a bundle that I sell in my Etsy shop. Don't forget you can purchase. The links are in the description of this video, and the bundle is 50% off, okay? Now we're using petals 5 through 10, 8 of every petal. So every stack has 8 petals in it. And to style, starting with your petal 10, I simply fold it in half. So think of the petal being straight or flat. I'm going to fold it in half, and then I'm going to take my 1/2-inch pink dowel, and we're going to roll away, okay? And this is how you're going to style every single petal. Now, again, mine are already styled. If you are watching the replay for this live, when it comes to it, you can pause at this time to get all of your petals styled, okay? And I see my phone shifting again. So once you have all of your petals creased down the middle and the edges curled, we're going to get into the cutting down the center. So starting with petal 10, I'm going to take 4 at a time. You can take 1 at a time, but I'm going to make sure they're lined up at the bottom, and I need to create a cut up the center. Now, this is going to be a very, let me use my actual scissors because I don't want to mess this up. This is going to be a very large flower, okay? Yesterday's flower, I didn't give you all the measurement during the live. It's 23 inches. So yesterday's snowflake flower with the white and the blue distress oxide was 23 inches wide, so fairly large. This one's going to be almost as big, if not just the same. But we're going to create a cut up the center, and it's going to be pretty significant. So for petal 10, you are going to create a 6-inch cut for petal 10. 6-inch cut up the center for petal 10. And you're going to make sure you do this cut for all 8 petals of this layer. Okay, 6-inch cut up the center. Now I'm going into petal 9. And I am going to create the cut up the center. And for petal 9, we are going to do another 6-inch cut. So petal 9 is also getting a 6-inch cut. That's a rarity to have them have the same cut, but I want this to be very open. So we want it to be pretty flat, not flat, but very open on the first couple of layers. So petal 10, petal 9, both have a 6-inch cut. Okay. Petal 8, guys, I may have to step away for a second to check on Thanos. I might need to let him outside. So for petal 8, up the center, we're going to do a 5-inch cut on petal 8. Yeah, let me go let him outside. Give me a second, guys. I hear him walking around in his crate. So petal 8 has a 5-inch cut. Oh, Marvel, down. Let's go, Mom. Go. Oh, oh, down, oh. Okay, guys, we're back. I see my phone rotating again. Okay, sorry. Poor Thanos, he's just not feeling good. Okay, so petal 10, 6-inch cut, petal 9, 6-inch cut, petal 8, a 5-inch cut. Petal 7 is going to be a 4-inch cut. So petal 7, a 4-inch cut. Hi, Tammy. Hey, Christy. Hey, Fema. Sorry, guys. Hi, Sarah. Good morning, Jeanette. Sorry, I had to take a quick little run to... We have a sick pup right now. He's not feeling good. He got sick overnight. I don't know what he ate or could have eaten. And then for petal 7, we are going to do a 3-inch cut on petal 7. Okay. And then for petal 6, which is the petal that I already have the faux snow on, we are going to do a 2... We'll do a 2-inch cut on petal 6. So I'm just going to take a few at a time since it has all the stuff on them already. So 2-inch cut. Okay, did everyone get those measurements? Hey, Brandy, welcome in. Don't forget to share the live, guys. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you're not already subscribed here to my YouTube channel, be sure to do so. Okay. So now that we have all of our petals cut and styled, before we start adding the faux snow, we're going to assemble. So I'm going to go ahead and go to petal 10. We're going to add our glue. Now, just like we did the other day with our day 1, I'm going to move these up. I'm going to cross over until the bottom 2 edges are just 1 inch wide. Okay. So you see the width right here. This is about 1 inch. It's a little more, but that's because I crossed over and the hot glue settled. So when you do the crossover, because the bottom of the petal is very thin and funneled, when you do the crossover, you want the outer 2 edges of the tabs to be about a width of 1 inch. Okay. So we're going to continue with this and make sure you do your overlap. Both overlaps need to be flat and flush, one on top of the other. You don't want any gaps, okay? You want it to be flat and flush. So don't overlap too much. Again, you want to keep it at about 1 inch. If you go over a little, that's okay. You just want to make sure you do your best to keep it flush and flat. Okay. How's everyone doing this morning? We got a cool front here in good old San Antonio. It is windy and chilly outside, but I'll take it because it makes it feel a little bit more like Christmas time. Isaac and I will be heading to Houston on Tuesday. 5 a.m. drive to Houston for all-day appointments. We may or may not, our plan right now is to not return until Wednesday morning. We'll just stay in Houston, but For those of you that don't know, I fear I have PTSD from being in Houston all summer, and I just feel anxious when we're there. Obviously, Isaac's been through a lot, and we've heard a lot of things while we're there as far as like his treatment, and obviously he's getting treated there. His whole care team is there. But as far as staying over, it's hard for me because it just brings back everything we went through and have been going through. So that's why I tend to just suck it up and drive back, because I'm not trying to stay overnight. But we may stay overnight and just do a little date night while we're there, since he will be at the hospital till about 6 p.m. tomorrow on Tuesday. So we'll get there around 10:30 a.m. and we won't be able to leave until about 6 o'clock, because he has testing and all the things all day. So I think I might be too tired to drive back. So I think we're just going to make a little night out of it, stay in Houston or Katy. We'll see. 36 degrees. That I don't think I can handle, Julie. So right now, all we're doing is doing our overlap here on our petals. We want to go back to Chicago. We do. Okay, so we're just doing our overlap. Remember, because the bottom edge is very thin, your overlap, when you do your overlap, should not be larger than a width or an inch in the width of the two tabs once they're attached together. If you go over, it's okay. Just don't go over too much, okay? But we are so happy to have everyone here for a very Merry Makers weekend. So thank you guys for joining us. 27 degrees. Christy, where are you? Where are you at, ma'am? So petal 8, we're doing the same thing, guys. We're just going to repeat the process with our overlap as we continue to assemble the petals, okay? Thank you, Tammy. Thank you guys for sharing the live. I truly appreciate you guys. We're just two flower besties, you know, sharing what we love and our passion for crafting and designing and creating paper flowers. So thank you guys so much. Michigan. Ooh, girl. Okay, so we have petal 8. Now we're going to petal 7, and you're repeating the steps, guys. You're adding your glue. You're doing your crossover, making sure the crossover is about an inch wide on the two tabs. And I'm just using my mat. So each little square is an inch. So I'm just using that just to gauge the overlap. 55 and sunny. I actually don't know the exact temp here, but balmy 45 in Pittsburgh. Okay, and now we're going to petal 7, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Petal 6, sorry. A little too cold than our normal for me. 28 and sunny in Idaho. Okay, so we're on petal 7. No, petal 6. Okay, and we're just going to continue with our overlap with your 1 inch width And I'm just going to speed through these because we still have to deck these out with our snow, okay? Our faux snow and our little foam snowballs, okay? If you've missed any of our Very Merry Makers weekend lives from Friday and yesterday, you can always watch the replay. I have the large tutorials here on my YouTube channel, and Miss Julie with PhotoFab Paper Flowers has her tutorials over on her YouTube channel. The links are down in the description. Alrighty, so we have, oh wait, I didn't do this one. So now we're going to go to petal 6. And again, I'm sorry, petal 5. You're just going to do your overlap. 1 inch width distance. And I just love how the foam snowballs just kind of grab onto the petals as you're adding your details. I'm obsessed. Obsessed. Anyone watching football today? Are you watching Christmas movies? It does not feel like Sunday. I will tell you that. This week has just completely thrown me off with the break and Thanksgiving. Okay. Yes. Denise, he is so silly. He has not changed a bit, huh? He still has his silly side. So once all of your petals are assembled, we're going to go ahead and start snowing them up. I'm going to start with my large petals, and I am going to, one by one, add hot glue to the edge and dunk them in here. Now, in here, we have a combination of a few things. Now, typically when I've done this, I do the faux snow only, but I found little foam snowballs, or snow pebbles is what they call them at Hobby Lobby. So this is what we typically use. I showed it in yesterday's live. The Christmas crafts from Hobby Lobby. Right now they're 50% off, so they're 99 cents a bag. This is what I typically use. In here is about a little over a bag because we used a lot yesterday. And then I found these. These are snowball pebbles, also from Christmas Crafts, Hobby Lobby. Okay, they're in the same section. They're right next to each other. Now, I put these in here, but you're going to see these larger ones because in my garage yesterday, I found Christmas shop snowballs, but they're different sizes. And I don't know where these are from. Oh, it says Christmas 2022. So I've obviously had them for 3 years. So maybe that's why I don't remember where they're from. So I opened these yesterday, and I also added these to the snow. So it gives us a variety of size snowballs plus the faux snow. Okay. So we're just going to move that over. And now we're going to just decorate. So I'm going to start here. I'm not going to go all the way to the edge of the petal. I'm going to start at this little round edge, go up, have your glue, and you're just going to dunk it in to your bowl. Okay. Now I am going to push down on whatever little snowballs grab onto the petal. I'm sorry, to the hot glue. Just so make sure that they don't fall off. So I really want the ball to grab onto the hot glue. And you've finished with your snow embellishment. Okay. I am not going to be worried about where the little larger snowballs fall. Wherever they fall is where I'm going to place, or where I'm going to let them sit. I'm not going to individually place the little snowballs to specific areas. Because do we catch snowflakes and put them where we want them? No, they just kind of fall. Okay. They're hanging out. I'm just going to grab them again, push them into the hot glue to ensure that they stay. and then shake off any excess. You will still get excess fallout once you start assembling the flower, but that's okay. Now, if you want to individually place your snowballs, that's completely up to you, but we don't have a lot of time for that. Yes, I agree. They have a lot of things to do for winter or like Christmas themed events in Houston. So we might do something over there. We might actually go to the stadium, to Astro Stadium. They have Light the Park. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I think I inhaled some of the snow. I got my coffee. There we go. Make sure you load your glue gun. You can even just throw it on like this, pat down. I just don't know if the snowballs won't catch if you do it like that. So this is where I'm going to individually place some snowballs, because can't have none. So it's best if you dunk it in versus let the snow kind of catch the hot glue. And be generous with the glue. You want it to have dimension, like not just smearing it across the petal. Sharon, we love going to the museums as well. Have we hit up the botanical gardens? We go to the conservation, Herman Park. I'm just excited to see all the Christmas. One thing about Houston, they know how to put together parks. They have parks everywhere, and they are all so pretty. There's not a park that we've been to in Houston that was just like, oh, this park is not it. No, they know how to put together parks. And they're everywhere. Trails, running trails, biking trails. Nothing like that here in San Antonio, and I stand on that. Nothing compares to Houston parks. Okay, so we're going to continue. And I'm going to try to speed this up. I know it is a process. But again, make sure you're pushing in any of these snowballs if you're using them. Now, if you don't have snowballs, it's okay. You can just use the faux snow, okay? And this week I will be focusing on uploading all new tutorials for our snowflake inspired templates from previous years, like template 61, 62, templates 70 and 71. Those will also be updated or have tutorials this week. I want to get all the snowflake inspired tutorials out so that way you have options. Why does it keep saying message retracted for your messages, for your comments, Tammy? I don't know what that is. Look at that big old ball right there. I'm going to add another bag of snow because I feel like the balls are kind of taking over. I really need to throw my recycle bin out. And be careful with this stuff. You breathe, it's just like glitter. It'll kind of float everywhere. These foam balls aren't as bad as, aren't bad like the mini ones we used on day one. They're much better. Okay. Again, make sure you press the snowballs into the glue. Shake off any excess and move on. Now's the time to grab a snack, grab your coffee, grab a donut, grab a muffin, whatever you are snacking on this morning. Okay. Oh. Aren't they cute? Walking in a winter wonderland. Add one more snowball. If there's like one that only picked up, then I'll add another one. Ooh. You know what I had for the first time? I think I mentioned it to y'all. A chai latte with cinnamon dulce syrup. 2 pumps of cinnamon dulce syrup from Starbucks. I don't know how Isaac ordered that for me because I did not give them that as my order via my text message. But that's what I got when he came back. And it was actually pretty good. I'm not a chai latte kind of person, but it wasn't terrible. Alrighty, so we've completed petal 9. We're going to go into petal 8. And I'm going to keep these kind of spread out here just because obviously you don't want them to like be on top of each other or get glued to each other as the glue is drying. Looking at this, you know what else would be nice? Pearls. Pearlized, but those would have to be like individually placed. If you were to add like little pearls, I think that would be so cute. In addition to the snow, I do have flat back pearl beads, but we're not going to do that today. Hold on. Just want to add one more snowball. Thank you guys for joining. My tutorial is going to be a little long. Julie, I don't know if you heard me talk about my plan for today. We're doing 2 flowers. And then tomorrow I'll be posting a short video showing you how I kind of grouped all the flowers together, and you'll get to see how many of each flower I actually made. Okay, well, we still have a whole nother flower to make. It is going to be a smaller version of template 6 that we made yesterday with petals 1 through 3. And those are those will be the 4 flower designs that we're going to use for the set, and I'll post that tomorrow. I just love this iridescent faux snow. Kind of mix this up so we have got more snowballs. This is going to grab a lot of snowballs, I could tell. Nope. Didn't. I'm going to do it on this side. And again, just push the snowballs in so that way they're grabbing on and not just kind of hanging out on the very edge of any glue. You want to push them in. Guys, I cannot wait to see the finished product. I already know it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see all of y'all's creations that y'all are going to make with these templates. Julie's like, it's your time to shine and to have us out here for a little while. Girl, I'll take it. I'll take it. Florcy Explorers is having breakfast with his dad at the moment. I was like, sorry, you can't go. I have a job. I have my amazing crafty job to do. And I love it. I'm so glad to be back, guys. I yesterday was designing new templates. Another snowflake design will be released in December. And for my Design Academy members, y'all are going to be getting that tomorrow because it is almost done. I'm releasing one more snowflake design for the year. So I'm so excited. Now I'm going to release a few more designs as well, but Design Academy will be the first to get access. What color is this paper pack? So this is a Michael. So I have this color. It's a 12 by 12 cardstock, and it is light blue. That's it. That's the name of it. It's light blue, and it's the Recollections 12 by 12. Now, I do not know that this will be the same light blue in the 8.5 by 11 pack, but I did get this in a 12 by 12, and it came with a pack of 25. Okay. It's called light blue. It's not my favorite light blue. Honestly, I wanted to use, where is it? I wanted to use this one. I think this is a color I used in the past. It's a much more frosty blue. And this is also from Michaels. And I believe this is in the blue ombre paper pack. But with the amount of petals, I ended up getting these petals cut with my Cricut because there were so many. And I had the 12 by 12, so that's why I used it. Look at me using my Cricut. It's rare. It's a rarity, but I already had it on. Anyone asking for new Cricut machines for Christmas? Like me, I would love 1 or 2 more Explorer Air 4s for Christmas. It would really make my business life a lot go a lot smoother, and I can make kits and things like that. So that's all I'm asking for Santa. And if it's not the crickets I get, Michael's gift cards would be excellent. So I already told my parents, I told my kids. If you're curious, just get me Michael's gift card so I can get myself and invest in my business. That would be great. I'm manifesting an amazing 2026 for business, guys. Obviously, business has been tough. 2024 was not necessarily a great year for me business-wise. It was just really slow on sales. So it was already a struggle. And then obviously 2025 hit. And with everything, I did not work for a very long time. And so when I don't work as a small business owner, that means no money is coming in. It's, you know, the purchases on Etsy are not just rolling in because I have to promote myself. As small business owners, you have to promote yourself if you want to get sales, and it has to be consistent. And it's been like that. As long as I've been in business, as much support I have from you guys, sales aren't just coming in daily at all. So the only way to get sales is to make sure I'm constantly online, promoting myself, doing tutorials and things like that. So obviously that took a toll on me this year because I was not present. But I'm manifesting that 2026 is going to be amazing business-wise and life-wise, and that is my plan, to work hard as if this was my very first year in business, because I honestly feel like I'm starting from scratch as far as like tutorials and things like that. So I am going to manifest all the business. Yeah, you know what? It is like a periwinkle shade. I will say that. It has like a purplish undertone, but also blue at the same time. Yes. Tammy getting her workout on. Look at you. Love that. Love that. Guys, I've been hitting the gym too. I have gained so much weight. So much weight. I have been eating my feelings and emotions. I initially wasn't eating a lot, and now then I got into eating a lot. And so I got to get back. There's just a lot of things that I'm looking forward to for 2026, okay? And not just that, like I already started working out, so I'm not going to wait for 2026 to do that. But it's been a year, okay? It has been a year in all aspects. So I'm running out of space over here. I don't want to go off screen, so I'm going to just kind of scoot everything over just a little bit. Oh, Flourish Explorist is back. There he is.
Hola, amigos.
He says, hola, amigos. Thank you, guys. Huh? No. It's hot. I know, but turn on you turned up the AC, right?
I'll fix it. I'm not gonna put it on yet.
Okay, so we're on our last petals, guys, and it gets into the fun part. What is it at? Huh? What was it at?
71. I just figured it out so it didn't stay out.
Off? I don't know what he's saying. Almost done, guys, and then we get into the funness. trying to bring some of these foam balls to the top. Hey guys, Tammy, this is not a paper pack. It's light blue from Recollections. It's a 12 by 12 cardstock, and it comes in all of the color. I mean, it comes in this color only. It's called light blue from Michaels. Recollections. And it's the 12 by 12. I just so happen to have it, so that's what I used. Just gonna add snowballs. Didn't collect on this one, so we're almost done. I see the light, guys. I see the light. Thank you guys for joining. Ooh, this one grabbed a lot. Again, pushing the foam snowballs into the hot glue, not just assuming that it's grabbing on properly. And then shaking off the excess. Two more. You know what, Sandra? Michaels has dropped the ball on the paper sales ever since the pandemic. The pandemic ruined everything. They stopped their remember when they used to be like buy 3 or buy one get 2 free or something along those lines, or just 50% off? When the pandemic hit, they stopped all of that. They were like, no. Kathy, how are you, friend? Last petal. Make sure the foam balls are here. But they think that buy one, get one 50% off is it. And I'm like, girl, no, that ain't it. Not even when they do their, what is it? Their lowest prices of the seasons. It's buy one, get one 50% off. So that is why I do recommend, even though it sucks because you have to buy when you buy in bulk, you're buying the same color pack. It comes with the 12 packs of the same color combo. But it comes out to a little less than $3.25 a pack. So when you buy in bulk, like for me, I have like the fall in bulk. I just bought their red paper pack in bulk. I got 12 packs and it was like $3 a pack. $3.17 or $3.20 a pack. So that's the only thing. Maybe slowly buy the bulk when you can, so that way you're just collecting the most used color packs. That's what I could think of. Exactly. Yeah, I agree. Okay, guys, so we have a ton of petals. Again, petals 5 through 10 from template 5, 8 of each. So I am just going to gently move these over. Do not mix them up. I'm just going to move these up and out of the way. Excuse me. So that way we can start assembling. So we're going to bring our 7.5-inch octagon base. And we got to determine how far onto the base we want to bring it. Now, because this is such a weird shaped bottom edge, we want to make sure that we're bringing enough onto the base so that way it's not flimsy. So I'm going to go to every straight edge of my octagon, and I'm actually going to zoom out even more. Not too much because I have a mess. And we are going to mark 1.5 inches from every straight edge. Okay, 1.5 inches. Don't forget, guys, you can purchase our Very Merry Makers Weekend template bundles in our Etsy shop. My Etsy shop will have the 2 large templates we use this weekend here on my YouTube channel, and that's template 5 and 6 from the weekend event bundle. And Julie with PhotoFab Paper Flowers has her mini template bundle in her Etsy shop. And don't forget, Julie will be live immediately following this video over on her YouTube channel. So now I have 8 1.5-inch marks. I'm going to take my petal, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the tip of the triangle up to the point. Okay, I'm bringing it all the way up. Do not cover it when you glue it down. So I'm going to go ahead and add my glue. And I'm going to bring the 1.5-inch dot all the way to the tip of the triangle that's created with the 2 tabs at the bottom. Okay. I'm going to rotate, and I'm going to go ahead and add all remaining petals for petal 10 the same way up to the 1.5-inch measurement that we created. And again, I hope you guys are inspired by our creations this week here on our YouTube channels for Very Merry Makers Weekend. If you're new here, welcome. We are happy to have you guys and hope you are inspired to create your very first paper flower using our designs. Julie designed this pattern or this petal shape, and I designed it into a large template. I'm trying not to mix up my petals. And just go one by one. So you're going to end up with all 8 petals of petal 10 on your base. And this is giving a 23.5-inch flower. 23.5 inches. Now, before we add petal 9, we are going to connect all of our dots. Now, our lines are gonna overlap the bottom edge because of the way that we place the petal. So you're gonna end up drawing over the bottom edge of petal 10. And I'm gonna do this in a marker so that way y'all can see what I'm talking about. Where did my black permanent marker go? I just saw it. Oh, here it is. So I'm going to do the hexagon or octagon in permanent marker so that way y'all can actually see it. So I am going over the bottom edges because of the way that we placed our first layer of petals. And you are going to have some fallout, guys, but that's expected because we're just kind of moving this around a lot. So as you can see, my lines for my octagon are overlapping on the bottom edge, but that's intended. Okay, that's the plan. So now I'm going to go to petal 9, and petal 9, I am going to create a 1-inch measurement from every straight edge. So in between petal 10s, I'm going to take my ruler, go to the straight edge of the octagon we just created, and I'm going to mark a full 1 inch away from those straight edges. Don't let the overlaps distract you on those lines. Oh my gosh. I keep hitting all these other petals. So 1 inch measurement into the base. Now the placement of petal 9 is going to be slightly different. So that's why I'm going much further into the base, even though we have a ton of layers to go. So petal 9, I have my 1 inch measurements from every straight edge. I'm going to add my glue. This bottom edge, pretend there's a line, pretend that there's no, it's a full edge. I'm going to make sure that full edge goes up to the 1 inch dot. Okay. So the 1 inch, the 1 inch dot isn't going up to the point. 1 inch dot is lining up with the bottom edge of petal 9. Okay. So just for reference, pretend there's an imaginary line and you're taking those bottom edges up to that 1 inch measurement. Drea, that is going to be on my website. So if you go to my Facebook page, the post I made yesterday, I put the link to the website. So that way you can find more details on that. Some of the projects in Design Academy are more detailed, but I go over projects like backdrops, creating floral set designs. We do bouquets, flower crowns. Now this year for 2025, obviously things didn't happen like they usually do with tutorials, but for 2026, you're going to get more in-depth tutorials as far as like designing backdrops, designing a set of 10 flowers, designing boutonnieres and graduation cap designs. We work on mini flowers as well, so we do use a Cricut machine. Not all projects require a Cricut, but about half of them do. But yeah. Last petal, make sure the right goes behind the petal on the right. I know, Tammy, I know. You're welcome. Okay, so we've completed petal 9. So I am going to take our petal 8 and I'm going to connect all of the 1 inch dots we just used, okay, to create another octagon. Babe, do me a favor, please.
Yeah.
Let Thanos outside, like ASAP.
Put them outside.
Yes. Okay, so we have another, I keep messing up all these petals over here. So we have another octagon here. So now I'm going to take petal 8 and the bottom edges are going to go up to the line. Sorry, this one's a little crooked. So you're not going any further into the base. You're just going to add petal 8. The bottom edges are going to hit the straight edge of the octagon that we created. Now, petal 8 also lines up with petal 10, okay? And rotate. Don't forget, guys, we're still doing one more tutorial on this live. Now, the other one, it's going to be, I would say, slightly quicker, but we are going to be distressing the petals like we did yesterday, but it's not as many petals. There's only 3 layers. Whoopsie. Sorry. So we're just adding petal 8 up to the straight edge of the octagon. And even with Design Academy, any new templates that I release, not like the bundles that I do with Julie, the bundles I do and the collaborations Julie and I do together, those aren't part of the free templates in my Etsy shop. I'm sorry, in my Design Academy. But any new templates I release once you become a member. So if you decide to join for 2026, if I release 2 new templates in January, all Design Academy members get those at no charge. You get to download them from the group. Last petal for petal 8, make sure the right side goes behind the petal on the right and press down. Tammy, thank you. Okay, now we're going into petal 7. Petal 7, petal 7. Okay, so for petal 7, I am going to use the same octagon that we already have. So I'm not doing any further into the base. These bottom edges are going to go up to the straight edge of the octagons on either side in between petal 8. So don't go any further into the base. I know it may look confusing down here, but just use the octagon as a guide to not go any further into the base, okay? So we're going to go one by one, making sure those edges do not go any further into the base. And petal 7 goes in between petal 8s. I love the detail of the snowball and the snow pebbles. I might have to go get more of this color cardstock. It is so pretty. Julie, as far as existing members, I believe there's roughly 35 members that have been part of Design Academy since the beginning, possibly 40, but I think there's about 35 existing members that have been there since 2018 when I started. The OGs, I call them. The founding members, if you will. Last petal. Make sure the right side goes behind the petal on the right. And again, just do not go any further into the base of that octagon. Now I'm going to trace the edge of the octagon so you can see. There's my octagon. We have 2 more layers to go, guys. So I'm going to bring these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So for petal number 6, and I think the remaining petals, I'm going to take my pink 1/2-inch dowel. I'm going to place it right dead center in the middle of that octagon where the rest of the base is. And I'm going to trace the diameter of this wood dowel. This is going to be my final guideline for the final 2 layers. I am going to shade it in so I know where the circle is. And we are not going to cover this circle. The bottom edge of all the petals are going to be on the outside of the circle. Okay? So using your visuals, your eyes, to see the 2 petals that are behind it. So petal 7, no, petal 6, sorry. 10, 9, 8, 7. Petal 6, the circle is going to go in between the 2 little tabs, but you're not going to cover it. You're just going to keep them, only go as far in as you can to where those edges do not cover the circle. And you're going to place petal 6 in between petal 8, but petal 6 lines up with petal 8 and petal 10. I'm like, wait, is 6 an even number? I got distracted. So as you can see, the 2 tabs on the bottom of petal 6 are on the outer edge of the circle. Okay, we're not going to cover it. You're going to rotate and you're going to continue until all petal 6 have been added. So I'm adding my glue. It's going to overlap the petal on the next or petal next to it. That's okay. But again, do not cover the circle. Okay, that is your guideline on your placement. Be careful. The glue is hot. Use your dowel to push down if you need to. This is such a pretty flower. I am obsessed. Again, she's 23 inches wide. She's just as wide as the template 6 we did yesterday, the snowflake flower. If you missed any part of the live, don't worry. All of the tutorials are going to be saved and you can watch the replay right here on YouTube. Obsessed is an understatement at this point. Last petal for petal 6. You're going to make sure the right side is lifted so you can just gently tuck in the final petal, just like that. Guys, we still have one more layer to go, and she's so full and so pretty, and I need to shake off all this snow. Last petal, petal 6. Once again, you're going to make sure that you do not cover the circle. Add your glue. Petal 5, not petal 6. Petal 5 goes in between petal 6, but lines up with petal 7 and petal 9. So the odd layers line up with each other, and the even layers line up with each other. So the circle is no longer like a circle, but I could still see it, okay? And just hold this down because you're squeezing in the petals into a smaller space. They may want to lift up. So just be careful. And hold them down a little bit more. Yes, this would be beautiful on a flower stand. A winter wonderland with white stems. If you did the stems white and the base is white. I think it's time for me to make some more with different base colors. So I have the green freestanding flower stems. I think I want to make white freestanding flower stems and gold freestanding flower stems. So that will most likely be some projects coming up in Design Academy for 2026. Doing white stems and gold stems. Last petal is going to go behind the petal on the right. So bring that petal forward. You may have to lift it up just a little bit, but not too much. And you're going to press down. Careful with the hot glue. It is hot. And you've completed the flower portion for this template number 5 from the Very Merry Makers template bundle. Okay, now we're going to do the center, and it's going to be the same similar center as we did yesterday with the other half of the foam ball that I don't know where I put. Here it is. So the other half of the foam ball from yesterday is going to go right in the center, but we got to make sure that we decorate it. So we're going to bring our foam back, our snow, really. I'm going to bring this back. I don't want to knock anything over. And the other one I want to add in is these. I didn't add these yesterday, but they might work. So I'm going to take a stick and just place it into the foam. It is a little wonky on the sides, but that's okay. It's going to be covered. So I'm actually going to do this in stages just so that way the hot glue doesn't dry. So I'm going to start from the top. And then I'm going to dip, baby, dip, baby, dip. Okay. And I am going to push any foam balls that caught on into the glue. Okay. And then I'm going to make my way around generously, adding glue. Because you want all spaces to grab. And you're going to dunk. Okay, and you're going to press in because you did douse it with a lot of glue. You're just going to gently press. Do not burn your fingers. Make sure the foam balls aren't falling off the sides or underneath because you're going to need that to be as flat as possible. So this is just the other half of that foam that we had from yesterday. Now I am going to go in and add some of these iridescent ones just to give it some additional detail. Okay. And I think we're good. So we're just going to shake off any excess. Oh, fairy lights would look good. You want to be as extra as possible, okay? So I'm going to move this so I don't get it everywhere. I'm going to bring my flower back. I'm going to take this off. I am going to generously add glue to the bottom side of this foam piece because we need to make sure that this does not fall out of the center. Oh my gosh, I just got, do y'all see that? Do y'all see that? Ow, 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 ow. Ah! It just flung on me, and we're just going to push this in. Use this to help because, yes, it is hot, and I just got hot glue on my finger or my palm. Fresh hot glue on my palm. Just what I needed. And so we're just going to press, making sure it stays. And there we go. We have our completed 23-inch template 5 flower. She is so cute. Guys, I can't believe I've been on for an hour and a half already. Okay, give me 30 more minutes and we will be done with our second flower. Okay, we're going to quickly get through that one. So show me some snowflakes if you love it. She is so cute. Okay, so we're gonna put her off to the side, and we are gonna bring out template 6, the one we worked on yesterday, but we're only using petals 1 through 3, 6 of each. Okay, 1 through 3, 6 of each. We got to bring this back. We have these. These are not colored at all, but we're not going to distress them. Okay, due to time, we're not going to distress, and you're going to see how it looks without the distress oxide if you choose not to. Okay, so first thing, you have 6 of each, petals 1 through 3. You are going to need your, we'll go with the 4.5 inch hexagon. Okay, so I do need a sheet in white, and I'm just going to cut this out. So very similar to yesterday's style, but yesterday I did the design, the styling, and the foam totally out of order. So I'm going to show you how to do it in order, so you're not messing with the fallout of all of the snow. So 4.5 inch hexagon. What we're going to do, starting with petal 3, we are simply going to take 3 at a time. You are going to crease the center all the way to the ball, but do not crease the ball. You don't need to crease the ball. So I'm doing 3 at a time. You don't have to do 3 at a time. You can do 1 at a time, whatever the case, but for time's sake, we're going to do all 3 at the same time. Thank you guys for the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, Martha. Okay, so we're going to crease all the way down. And then I am going to take my yellow 3/8 dowel, and we are going to curl. Now, do your best not to tear. So I'm doing the bottom edge first, and then I'm going to go to the 2 side tabs. And that's how we're going to style, okay? Nothing crazy. We're keeping the look of the snowflake. Hey, Grace, how are you? Okay, so for petal 3, I'm going to do a cut up the center. We want this to be really flat. So for petal 3, I'm going to do a 4-inch cut. Four-inch cut, okay? I'm going to go ahead, and just like yesterday, there is a subtle corner or curve right at the bottom of these petals. So I'm going to have those meet right in the center, okay? I marked them so that way they meet in the middle. Let me zoom in. So again, there's a subtle corner, a subtle curve right here. I'm marking them with my marker so you can see. Add my glue, cross over, so that way those 2 subtle corners overlap and they're right on top of each other. Okay. And that's going to be your overlap for all of the petals. So I am going to quickly. Hey, Yolanda, thank you. I'm glad to be back. Okay, and now I'm going to go to petal 2. So I'm going to repeat the process as far as the crease and the curl. Okay. And then I'm going to do, what did we do on this one? A 4-inch cut? Yeah. I'm going to do a 3-inch cut on petal 2. And we're going to do the overlap the same way. Okay. Thank you guys for joining us. We hope you are enjoying our Very Merry Makers weekend with myself, Forever Petals by V, and Julie with PhotoFab Paper Flowers. She will be live immediately following my tutorial here. Once we finish this flower, we'll probably take a quick little break and then she will be live. Last layer. What's that? I would feed Marvel. Check on Thanos. Just wait. I'm almost done.
You want me to let him in already?
Just check on Thanos. See what he's doing right now. Outside. If you let him in, you have to put him home.
Oh, because I'm here, I can watch him.
No.
Well, hola, amigos. I just want to say welcome to M&M Weekend. It's the new name that Florist Explorers forgot because I was struggling saying Merry Makers. See, I don't even know.
Very Merry Makers Weekend.
There you go. Happy M&M Weekend. Thanks for tuning in.
Not sponsored by M&M's, by the way.
So put them in and set them home.
Just see what he's doing right now. Let me know.
He's just chilling.
He's laying down?
Yep.
Okay. And Marvel, same?
She's standing in the middle of the yard. Smelling for something.
Okay.
She's very attentive right now.
Okay. Okay, so we're just going to do this. Now for petal 1, we are going to do a 2-inch cut. Petal 1 is a 2-inch cut. Grace says good morning. Christy says you're a dork. And now we're just going to go ahead and cross over. Okay. So almost done, guys. Almost done. Thank you guys for your patience and love. We are almost done. So we're just going to do the crossover. Same crossover. That very subtle curve to the very subtle curve. Okay. So once you have all your petals set, we're going to go ahead and add the details. Okay. So we're going to do the same thing that we did to the last flower, but we're just going to start from the second little dip detail. You're going to leave this because it's going to be covered by the petals that sit in front of it. And you're just going to dunkaroo, and press these foam balls wherever they grab on and shake off the excess. What the heck? This little ball is not connected, so we're just going to add our glue, okay? And continue. Okay. My music, I don't know. Does YouTube allow music during a live? I guess I need to research that because y'all know how Facebook was. They were very picky. And even now, like when you post reels, they offer music for you to add to to your videos, but then they flag you for adding the music to your videos, which sounds ridiculous, but it truly is ridiculous. So I don't know. I don't know how YouTube is. I feel like they might be just as much as sticklers as Facebook. Okay. And guys, don't be worried if your glue looks crazy, because the snow is going to cover that up. And again, this is the same, similar, it's the same template from yesterday, template number 6. It's just where we didn't distress it, just so you could see how it would look without distress. And it's also a smaller flower. Just trying to quickly get through this. Thank you guys for being here. Oh, this one has a lot, but hey, that's okay. More snow fell on this one than the others. Any movies y'all are looking forward to watching this season? Anyone into Stranger Things, I guess? I am not like a super fan of Stranger Things. I did try to watch it a while back, but I just never fully got into it. Yolanda, this is because it's a Very Merry Makers weekend event that I'm collaborating with Julie from PhotoFab Paper Flowers. These are new template designs specific to a Very Merry Makers weekend. So although they're labeled 5 and 6, they're not going to be the same as the Forever Petals by V 5 and 6, because they're part of the Very Merry Makers weekend bundle. So these two templates come in a bundle. In my Etsy shop, it comes with petal 5 and 6 from the weekend, from the event bundle, is what I'm trying to say. So it is different from my original Forever Petals by V template 5 and 6. We release new templates for these events. Last set of 6. Yeah, and it is 50% off right now. And you get the 2 patterns that I used for this weekend's tutorials. Hold on. Let me refresh my glue. Where are we at in time? Oh yeah, we'll be done by 12. Again, Julie with Photo Fab Paper Flowers will be live immediately following. We'll take a short break, intermission, and then we'll be live. She'll be live over on her YouTube channel. Just pushing those foam snowflake pebbles into the hot glue. Last petal. Oh, nice. Yeah, I get it. I hear you on that, Sandra. Okay, so we've completed our petal decor. I'm obsessed with the giant one we just made. So now we're going to bring back our 4.5-inch hexagon, and we are going to go an inch into the base. So 4.5-inch hexagon, go to your first straight edge, mark 1 inch away from the center point down, and continue. Okay. And then you're going to go ahead and add 1 by 1 petal 3 up to those 1-inch measurements until all 6 of petal 3 have been added. Okay, let me zoom out just. Sorry for the quick movement. Now again, this is the same template from yesterday's tinted blue edges. The 23-inch one that we made. This one is going to be 16 inches. So this is a 16-inch. Once you have your first set complete, you're going to connect your 1-inch dots. Connect those dots that we just made. You're going to give yourself another hexagon. Okay. And now we're going to add glue to petal 2. Place it up to the straight edge in between petal 3s and rotate 1 by 1. And you can already see how nicely it's coming together to give these snowflake vibes. And I'm moving quickly just so that way we can get through it, but you can always replay, rewind, pause once the live has posted. Last petal, make sure that the petal on the right, you lift it up so that way this petal can go behind it. Okay. Nathan, hello. I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Kim. Thanks for joining. Thank you to everyone for being here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button here on YouTube, and don't forget to share the live. It would be greatly appreciated. So our final layer is going to be petal 1, and petal 1, we're pretty much going to go all the way to the center. So again, I'm going to take my 3/8 dowel. I'm going to place it as centered as I can possibly place it and trace the diameter of the 3/8 of an inch dowel. And I'm going to shade this in just so y'all can visibly see the wonky circle I have. Once you have that, petal 1, you're going to add glue to the bottom back side of the petal. The bottom edge is going to go up to the outer edge of that circle, making sure petal 1 is placed in between petal 2's, but lines up with petal 3. Okay, and rotate. Guys, these are great DIY flowers that you can make for a winter wonderland theme, for a baby shower, for a birthday party. If you're doing Frozen theme, Disney's Frozen, perfect, perfect, perfect decor ideas for a Frozen theme. You can follow along to the tutorials here on my YouTube channel. And or if you're just decorating like Buddy the Elf does in his dad's apartment or condo, you can definitely just create a whole bunch of snowflakes and place them all over. Last petal, if you're a teacher, if you're decorating your door for the holidays, before you head back into the classroom after your Thanksgiving break, this is a great way to do that. Last petal, lift up the petal on the right just to be able to tuck this in. You may have to lift it up and peel it up and then just re-glue it, because I didn't do that in the beginning. And then secure that down. Okay. And you've completed the petal portion for your flower. Now, just like we did on day 1, we're just going to take a few of these and add them to the center. We're not going to do the big foam ball. You can if you want. Totally up to you. But these are also from Hobby Lobby. These little snowballs, but they have more of the iridescent detail on them. And we're just going to place them in the center. So this whole weekend of flowers we did not require us to hand cut any centers or anything like that, which is nice. You can always use your Cricut if you want. Okay, I'm actually going to add one more here. So I just did like a little flower with the pom-poms in the center. That's so cute. I didn't know if the flower would come up. Now, the other thing that I wanted to do on yesterday's flower, and I totally forgot, I think I was just so flustered, is adding these little pom-poms to the ball of each petal. The little iridescent ones. So just going in, making sure you press down so they don't fall off. So adding the smaller ball to the button of the snowflake tip. And I'm adding all the same size. I don't want to add the too big. And again, the iridescent snowball pom-pom balls are from Hobby Lobby as well. And then as you get to the bigger petals, you can add the bigger ones. I'm just quickly going in and pressing down. Again, it just adds that additional detail and just really brings everything together. I do want to say thank you guys for hanging out with me for day 3, tutorial 1. We are going to be heading over to PhotoFab Paper Flowers YouTube channel, so that way she can show us how she's going to be designing with her flowers she made this weekend. Yeah, so these are little pom-poms, but these other ones are pebbles. They're foam pebbles, but they have a texture on them to look like snowballs. But these are like iridescent pom-poms. They sell them during Christmas time at Hobby Lobby. In the Christmas shop. Not Christmas shop. What is it called? This is the brand. Christmas Crafts at Hobby Lobby. So they do sell these as well. I hope I don't run out of the size. So right now I'm just adding the final little iridescent pom-poms. And just pressing down to make sure that they attach. I'm probably gonna have to buy another pack of these because there we go. And it really does, it really adds the littlest subtle detail when you add these little pom-poms to the tips of the actual petals on the ball. It's so cute. It's so cute. You can see the difference because you can definitely tell that there's something at the tip. Oh, I love it. I'm obsessed. So again, thank you guys for your patience and just for your support, guys. Julie and I appreciate you guys. And again, we say it time and time again, we would not be able to do what we love and share our passion for paper flower crafting without you guys. So continue to share, continue to interact with our post, like, invite your friends to subscribe to our channels. All of those actions definitely help us out here. So, oh my gosh, I almost spilled my whole tray. I almost spilled my whole tray. So if you missed the beginning of this live, we created this beautiful 23-inch using template 5 from the Very Merry Makers 2025 bundle in my Etsy shop. And then we made this second one right here with template 6, petals 1 through 3. So thank you guys again so much. We will be live over on Julie's page at 1:05 p.m. Eastern. So a little less than 15 minutes away from Julie's live. And thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're inspired. And we will see you guys over on PhotoFab Paper Flowers YouTube.